Alright, it's time for a preseason Vi team battle. Hooray! It is a ranked game, by the way. So, out of all the champions right now in the preseason, I actually do think, that Vi is one of the champions that are better off than the other ones. I'm not saying that she improved, it's just that everybody else kind of got worse, and she's one of the champions who was least affected. It's mostly because she has a lot of good damage in destroying the monsters, and her little passive kind of helps her out a lot. And of course, she can gank with just a click of a button, and hopefully her teammates, pick up the kill. And that's actually what you're going to see me concentrate on in this game. My runes and masteries are a mixture of attack damage red and attack speed red. I believe it was attack speed quints, a few attack speed reds, and then the rest attack. I think 3 attack speed reds, and then 6 attack damage reds, armor yellow, magic resistance blues. By the way, there I should have taken the W skill, not the E one, because my E one wouldn't have had enough charges or spammability to make it clear the camp faster. And while the W doesn't really do anything outside from the shield shatter, it would have helped a lot more just clearing the camp. So I was forced to go home due to my own mistake. I buy a skirmisher saber, though honestly I didn't put much use into it, so I should have probably bought the stalker's blade or the ranger's trailblazer. Anyways, Lissandra was the first one to die, but I still think that Lissandra is the most important character in my team. Like, you look at the enemy team, I feel that anybody who dives forward would just get stunned by Lissandra and then obliterated. That is my end goal for this one. Like, make sure she gets fed or protected or whatever. The enemy Rek'Sai, she only managed to get some gold right now because she showed up. I think she get gold? Yeah, she got gold. She showed up in actually no, that was the goal she got from Lissandra. She managed to show up to get some more experience, so she's completely out leveling me at this moment. So if I get caught by her, I'll die. Anyways, I go in to get Yasuo, and fortunately, the Lissandra understands what I wanted her to do. Goes in, stuns Yasuo, and we pick up an easy kill. And I make sure Lissandra's the one who gets the last hit there. I didn't flash. I didn't use my eat a blast to Yasuo into hell. Nah, just make sure to keep it to Lissandra, like I said. Get her level 6, get her to use her ultimate for ganks and team fights, and we will be golden. Rek'Sai goes top. They actually pick up a pink ward, and they make a lot of use of these throughout the entire game. They're not stingy with it. So the enemy team is dead set on making sure Akali is shut down. And like I said, make sure Lissandra goes out, does well. So I donate blue, which if you watch my stream, I tend to be, greedy with it. I tend to not to give it to my teammates because I just want to make sure I kind of snowball the game. But in this case, like I said, I feel Vi is sort of, thanks to her ultimate, able to stay relevant in the game because she can pull off stun. Her ultimate is just pretty much a no-brainer stun. Anyways, Akali comes in, they kill Yasuo, hooray for us. Find myself a pink ward, and this is a completely questionable move from the Rek'Sai. She's got no way of defending this turret, no matter what she does. So we go in, and we just pretty much destroy her. It's a female gangbang on another female. So Rek'Sai dies, we get an easy tower, and that's actually a pretty catastrophic loss for the enemy team. And here, I completely disagree with what my team wanted to do. They were pinging for Dragon for us to get it, and then Akali pings and asks us, let's go murder these two. And then I just kind of back off because I realize the enemy team is about to show up. And they do. Morgana uses her ultimate, exhaust. Rek'Sai comes in, Graves blaster with the ultimate, and then Yasuo ends up kill stealing the whole thing. So the enemy team then kind of gangs up on us. They know we're doing Dragon, and we're low, and we're vulnerable. And Braum is the first to die. I secured the dragon, though. And then Corki gets caught and trapped and then absolutely murdered. I escape, surprisingly. They just gave up on me. Lissandra tries to do something and pick up a kill from the Rek'Sai, but to no avail. So the only way this dragon will be worth it is if we can get the second dragon and get ahead. So, By the way, I like the poking animation that Vi has when destroying these burrows. It's like fisting a hole. Ask your mother how it looks. So right now, you can see I got Brutalizer. I'm building the Warrior enchantment, though in retrospect, I felt I probably should have gotten the tanking one. Because again, I'm just kind of playing, pressing buttons, killing people. Anyways, Akali goes in to fight the Zed. I pop my little chicken power thing gets popped, so I know there was a ward here, but we kill Zed anyways. Rek'Sai shows up, and she starts, spinning shit. I use my ultimate to make sure she doesn't kill Akali, so I back away. Look at Lissandra show up in the map. I love this Lissandra. She knew what we had to do, and she showed up to pick up the kill on the Rek'Sai. So with that, Rek'Sai is essentially, what you know, this is gonna sound silly, buried now. She really is kind of behind. I mean, she's got 2 kills, she's got 2 deaths and 3 assists, so she's not exactly the worst off. But you know, and she ends up kind of bringing herself back in with a well placed tunnel. We had no idea what was there, and she gets killed. So either it might have been the same goddamn one that got a collie the other time. So Rek'Sai brings herself back into the game. Even so, I don't feel she's going to be able to contribute much to the team because the enemy team doesn't have too much utility. Look at this. The enemy team has kind of just got a lot of damage and bursty damage on that, except Rek'Sai has more little sustain. So this is why I figured Lissandra is the most important. Rek'Sai jumps in, ult her or stun her or whatever, and well, here I just chokeslam Rek'Sai. Look, it looks cool because she tries to get away. Bam, dead. And here I thought I was gonna drop because they focused me, they blew everything. Corki comes in, saves my life with that heal, and then Yasuo dies. We've gained such a huge lead on this one. Anyways, they're rewinding it back. If Rek'Sai jumps in, she would probably get stunned by the Frost Nova of Lissandra or by her ultimate, or I chokeslam her or whatever. Zed does it, the same damn thing happens. Graves goes in, he might not be able to kill Lissandra because she just, you know, goes immortal with Hourglass or some shit. And Yasuo, same goddamn shit too. We see him try to go in, boom, stun him, chokeslam him, or whatever. So here, though, this is a huge mistake. Fight breaks out, and we didn't think, what's her face, Rek'Sai was coming in, so we thought it was going to be a bit of a 3 versus 4 in which we got the edge because we caught out some of the weaker plays. But unfortunately, it ended up becoming very lopsided, and 2 of us died. Braum got to survive. They get dragon, and this makes the dragon we got earlier pretty useless or pointless. Lissandra goes in, she got killed. And shit's just breaking loose. It also cost Corki's flash. So that dragon, that fight there was so detrimental to my team. It's very unfortunate. So now we're sort of having to, you know, come back. But look at Akali's damage. Look at her glorious damage. She jumps in on the Yasuo right now. Yeah, Yasuo does shit tons of damage. And goes in Hourglass mode to avoid the Zed's destruction. Kills the Zed, jumps in, and kills the Yasuo too. So a 2-for-1, that's a good-ass trade. However, Braum and Corki are too low health for us to give a full-on chase, so we're there kind of just trying to keep their distance, and I'm trying to get one person to pick them off. So we come out ahead there, but not as ahead as we wanted to. Still, we're pretty much equal. Both teams are equal. We get an advantage, we throw it away. They get an advantage, they throw it away. Or yeah, it's kind of a lot of mistakes being played in this one. Nonetheless, we find, like, the enemy team, you can see, has a pink ward here, he has a pink ward down there. They even have a pink ward in the tri-bush down there, but you won't see it yet. They're quite prepared. Like, they really just want Akali to die. So Rek'Sai goes in, kind of down there, and kind of pointless. The Akali, I guess they were hoping to trap the Akali, but she pretty much just got to walk away. So now we know Rek'Sai doesn't have tunnels anywhere in our jungle because he would have cut off the Akali. And we know she doesn't even have the ultimate anymore. So we're trying to look for a pick here. And unfortunately, the Akali jumps in just by herself and gets pretty much eviscerated. I jump in. My E is going to kill the Morgana. Right now, boom, she's dead. I ult the Graves because he's kind of one of the more important characters to fight. And the fight just kind of goes all sorts of chaotic. Lissandra gets dropped. The Braum gets dropped. I get dropped. Well, the Braum doesn't get dropped. He survives, sorry. Lissandra drops, and then me drops. And then here I feel this fight was just completely, you know, fought poorly. Braum goes on the Zed, but leaves the Corki completely exposed, and Corki gets shot down. I figure they could have either just got one kill or just, you know, cut their losses and ran. So in the end, my team sort of came out behind on this one because we also lose a tower as a result. Nonetheless, I keep figuring that my team comp is so much better that if we get off an appropriate team fight, we will win. And here we just can't, you know, Akali and Lissandra catch off Morgana and murder her. So yay for us. I love the chicken buff. It's so overpowered in all sense. Like, it's basically a very, very short, what's the Oracle Elixir? Kill the chickens, you get a little vision thingy. It's stupidly strong. It alerts you when you're spotted too, so you just change your plan altogether. Now, here is where is this the part? No. Here's where I kind of fuck up a lot. I narrowly miss the Morgana with my Q, and I'll miss another Q, but I'm going to be changing the camera around here a lot. My teammates catch off the squishy opponents. Morgana's completely cut off from their team, so she can't assist them. and I can't kill her either. But this results in 3 deaths of the enemy team. They couldn't do shit to the Lissandra. Her W pretty much wrecks them. They go in, they get just locked in, and the Corki just melts them. I I I'm quite happy I had a competent Lissandra on my team. It felt like a very appropriate counter to the enemy. So that's a train if you end up hearing it in the mic, and I have no control over it. I live near a train track. Anyways, we catch the Morgana. I actually hit her this time, and here's just like the weirdest fight, at least for me. Well, not the weirdest, but the most game defining fight. Anyways, Stalker, Skirmisher Saber on the what you call it, Rek'Sai. I can't do shit to her. The enemy team wastes a lot of their abilities on me and the Braum. The Lissandra, she'll be completely fine. I flash over the wall because they're all focusing me and they're kind of letting the Lissandra and the Braum get away. Rek'Sai flashes over for no reason, and watch this. I see that Corki was coming in, so I turn around and ult the Rek'Sai to keep her in this place. So once Corki starts his Gatling gun, he tears them all to pieces. I surprisingly survive. I thought I was gonna die regardless, but that whole position right there, chokeslamming the Rek'Sai in there, Lissandra and Braum taking them into that bush, allowed the Corki to come in and basically act as a lawnmower. The enemy team was destroyed. Akali and Zed weren't even anywhere near there. They were off, jerking off in top lane. So, with that, my team secures victory. It's a completely delicious ace. We get 2 towers out of this as well. And we're in well enough position to just protect the Baron soon enough. Like, we go home. I back off because I'm a little bit worried about Rex just popping in and saying hello. But either way, I go home and I'm going to heal myself and buy items, but the enemy team decides to surrender there, and we win. That last team fight was so fun. I suggest you go watch it again. Anyways, if you enjoyed this, make sure to give the video a like. Hooray!